Obviously, a huge win for us. We beat a great team, and I'm not just saying, um, you know, above average. I'm talking about great. That's a very good team that we faced, and they had a great year. You can't take away what they did. They won the GLIAC championship. Went up to our place and beat us, and we were in 2 dogfights with them. And if people assess what's happened the last 2 years, okay, neither of the teams that were on that field today have lost to anybody other than each other. And so it's a credit to their program. It's a credit to our guys and the grit that they have. And it was just hang in there, man. It was hang in there because, boy, I'll tell you, they've got some physical football players, and in the first half they got us running the ball a little bit. In the second half, I thought our defense just kind of clamped down and played great ball, and offensively we just talked about just hanging in, and that's what we're able to do.
Mylik, what kind of changed maybe in that fourth quarter with those 2 big offensive drives that you guys put together in the fourth quarter?
They kind of played us one backer in the box and try to bring a bunch of pressure off the edges and mix up the line and stunts and things like that. And we just went into halftime and just told the guys, man, just play ball, man, and get on your man and play the game fully through. And we found some plays that worked on them, and we ran them, and we ran them well.
Caleb, maybe talk about what this means for you being a senior and having a chance to come back here to Grand Valley and get the win and move on here in the playoffs.
So it's a good feeling. I'm from here, so it was a good feeling to play against a good opponent, some old teammates of mine, but to come out and get a win, means the world because, we're moving on. I'm not done with my senior year, continuing on to, continue on. Guys get to go to practice on Tuesday, meetings on Sunday, and it means the world to me. We're not going outside. We're going out, trying to get another national championship ring. So that's the goal. That's what it meant to me.
Mylik, talk about this game compared to the last time you played Grand Valley. It looked like you were really mobile out there. Were you feeling good, and you feel you were? I know you want to feel effective every game, but especially today, do you feel you were even more of a dangerous quarterback that Grand Valley had to handle?
I always feel dangerous.
But healthy.
I say last time we played Grand Valley, I was coming off of a little issue with my foot, and that was my first game back. Trying to just see what I could do. And over the course of the rest of the season, I got more comfortable dealing with it. And so it is what it is, man. I'm just here to play ball, regardless of what was going on with my body. I don't make that an excuse. I just go play.
Pain is in the brain.
That's exactly
Tony, especially proud of his team because they got that tipped interception, and it's 14-14. That could have been it. And especially proud of the way your defense held them, and the way that the Mylik was able to come back with those 2 drives and get the field goal.
Yeah, Dion Small had a great kick return, gave us really good field position. I think we converted on a couple 4th down plays there and got in the end zone. And when the game's tied with that amount of time, there's just a lot of pressure. I mean, I hate to say this, but when these guys fight all year to get to this point, and I'm talking about these guys as Grand Valley's players, Ferris State players, when they fight that long to get to this point, I mean, they just want to live out what we lived out last year, right? And our team right now, I mean, last week we were so emotionally hijacked because we were so nervous that we were going to lose and we couldn't live out what we lived out last year. And today we played a little bit looser, but Grand Valley, I'm sure, feels that same kind of pressure. There's the winner of this game, is Final Four, and man, Final Four, right? And so now you're 1 game away from going to Texas. So it's a lot of pressure, and both teams fought their hearts out. I really feel sorry for anybody that really has to walk out of that game without having that opportunity to go to a Sunday meeting, because the game isn't fair, but everybody on that field deserves to continue on for sure.
And we all know how crazy Hail Marys can be. What do you remember as you watched that last play and you saw the ball go in the end zone? What was going through your mind? And Caleb, can you follow what you remember what happened on that last play?
Well, I was screaming to Caleb to try to get him to the boundary to rush their quarterback, Cade, because I thought that he would roll to his right. And I don't like to have people to have too much time to just loft it in the end zone. So other than that, I mean, Centel Williams picked it, and then fought to get out of the end zone, and the ball's live, and he probably should have just picked it and fell down, and then the game would have been over. But I always think about weird things, so I'm thinking, get down, Centel, get down, and he's fighting, and I'm thinking, he caught it, but then if he fumbles it in the end zone and they recover it,
Touchdown.
it's a touchdown. So
Yeah.
I want the game to end, Centel. And then I didn't see much after that. Our team stormed the field, and people choked me and jumped on me, and so I'm just happy to be able to go to work tomorrow.
Was the ball close enough to the goal line that you maybe was fourth down rather than kicking the field goal? You tempted to maybe go for the touchdown because you knew they had time to come back, or was that a no-brainer to go for the
Great
field goal?
defense,
Trust the
man.
D, man.
No, it was a no-brainer for me. We were first off knowing that they had one timeout left, and so when we got the ball down to the 10 there, I was just trying to play a little bit conservative but aggressive enough to get close enough to the goal. Obviously, I would have liked 7 in the last one, and Carson was this far away, but at that point in time, it's an extra point, and we have Steady Eddie as our kicker, and he's really good, and our defense is great, and so it had to be handed to the defense, and we put good pressure on Cade at the end of that game, and he had to flush a lot, took a lot of time. He made a great play flipping it out, and number 4 swatting it down, which was really a smart play, but at the end of the day, the clock was obviously against them, and they were up against it.
Guys, for the two players, last question here. What does it mean just to have another opportunity to play another week with your teammates?
I don't want it to end. Guys like Mylik, Laredo Ladipo, Jordan Jones, just older guys. To be able to play with them, has been everything to me. So, getting another week means the world, just for the simple fact of, I get to play with my brothers another week.
And this is our 4th in a row Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about that, I know there's a run here in this historic place that was a crazy run, but for Ferris State to be in the Final Four 4 years in a row, wow, so proud of our guys.
I say for me, man, I feel blessed just to be in this situation.
Right.
Period. Just to get through this game and see my mom, really. To be honest.
You
And
have a
just,
beautiful haircut.
yeah,
Yes.
trim my hair, man. I get to see my main mans for another day. Forget another football game. I get to kick it with them as just men, as people. That's bigger to me than football.